Okay, chapter 6-4 on Monday, February 25th, factoring x squared plus bx plus c. B is a number coefficient in front of x, and c is a constant. Okay, example 1, x squared plus 5x plus 6. This is the sum, so now we're going to try to find the product, and this is where we use our diamond problems, or x's. You're going to take the number in front of the x and the last number. So the number in front of the x is 1 times 6, and that goes up here. And then the middle number, which is 5, goes on the bottom of the diamond. Okay, so what you're going to do is look for two numbers that multiply to 6 and add up to 5. Those two numbers would be 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, now going back to the boxes. Okay, x squared goes in the top left, 6 goes on the bottom right, and these two side numbers, they go in the diagonals. So that's 2x and 3x. Remember that the 2x and the 3x adds up to the 5x. So this is x squared plus 5x plus 6. So now what we're looking for is the product. So that's the outside. So how do we get x squared? X times x gives us the x squared. How do we get the 2x? X times 2. How do we get the 3x? X times 3. And if you double check when you multiply these boxes out, x times x is x squared. 2 times x is 2x. 3 times x is 3x. And 3 times 2 is 6. So x squared plus 5x plus 6, the sum, the product is now x plus 2 times x plus 3. So x plus 2 is the length, and x plus 3 is the width. And the inside parts are x squared plus 5x plus 6. Okay, example 2, x squared minus 8x plus 12. So we're going to do the diamond. Remember, the first times the last number goes on top, so 1 times 12 is 12. Middle number goes on the bottom, negative 8. We're going to find two numbers that multiply to 12 and add up to negative 8. That would be negative 6 times negative 2 is positive 12 and adds up to negative 8. Now, we don't have to do the boxes every time. Whenever there's not a number in front of the x squared, no coefficient in front of the x squared, we can just actually go right to the side numbers. So the product is just going to be x minus 6 times x minus 2. Okay, example 3, x squared minus 8x minus 20. Okay, the first times last is negative 20, and the middle number is negative 8. Find two numbers that multiply to negative 20 and add up to negative 8. And that would be 10 and 2. And one of them is going to be negative. That would be the 10. Negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8. So, okay, on example 3, when you do the diamond, negative 20 on top, negative 8 on the bottom, you get negative 10 times 2 is negative 20, and negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8. So the product is x minus 10, x plus 2. Okay, example 4 is a little bit different because we have two variables. We have a squared and we have a b. B squared and an ab. So we're still going to do the diamond problem. 1 times 10 is 10 on the top, 7 on the bottom. And then two numbers that multiply to 10 and add up to 7 are 2 and 5. Okay, the only thing that's different now is because we do have a b, when we do the product, we have to include the b. So now this is a plus 2b, a plus 5b. Okay, now I'm going to show you that when you multiply it out, you'll see why it ends up being where the letters are. So if we have a plus 2b here and a plus 5b here, and you multiply it out, you're going to get a squared 2ab. 5b times a is 5ab. And 5b times 2b is 10b squared. You can combine like terms. And that gives us the a squared plus 7ab plus 10b squared, which is back to the original problem. So the answer is a plus 2b times a plus 5b. Okay, example 5, x squared plus xy minus 6y squared. Okay, we're still going to do the diamond. First times last is -6. Okay, example 5, x squared plus xy minus 6y squared. On the top of the diamond is -6, the bottom is 1. Okay, so then it's, we do have two letters, so you may have to make sure that your product has both letters. So it's x plus 3y times quantity x minus 2y. You double check the boxes, multiply the product out, the x plus 3y times the x minus 2y, and you'll see that it comes out to x squared plus xy minus 6y squared.